I did a 3 months glucose monitoring experiment. Wearing a CGM on my arm, and I am a non-diabetic health enthusiast and just wanted to give it a try and see how I can improve my nutrition even further. I wanted to understand what really spikes my sugar. Let's say over the years, I've heard so many times, don't drink oat milk, don't do this, don't do that, don't start your morning with coffee. But I really wanted to see, well, what is the impact? Because if there's one thing that I have learned over the years is that if I have the data, I get a stronger mind body connection. My sensations get stronger about what to do and what not to do. And then without any force, I will just change it. Change it for the better, noticing the feeling, seeing the results. That's a great combination. I experimented, or I found out about this first while wearing Whoop around my arm, which has transformed the way I sleep and I work out. You see me here in my outdoor office. I'm currently on a 1 month van life experiment, consciously relating with Portugal. That's a different video. But it was on this trip that the 3 months came to an end, and I just want to wrap it up briefly. Basically, the first 2 to 4 weeks of that experiment were the biggest transformative portal in terms of nutrition that I could have gone through. And I can fully recommend this to anyone who wants to learn about their body, their unique dynamics with the food that they eat without changing anything and seeing the results. So the first 2 weeks, I just lived my normal life, tracked the results, allowed for all the confusion, all the overwhelm, all the wanting to change something, not knowing what to change. Those were the first 2 weeks. Then, and this is really my greatest learning and biggest key, I implemented the, I think, 11 steps from the glucose goddess. You will find her on YouTube and Instagram. She has a big following, and she offers for free, like, I think 11 hacks to stabilize your glucose. That was an instant game changer. You can start any day and it will be like day and night. Instant results, instant different data. And what was really most striking was to see that beforehand there were more of like roller coaster effects, leading also to feeling tired as well as super hungry. And with these simple things, I just felt more stable in all regards. And basically what I did was I start my day first thing in the morning, could be lemon water, which is not a hack from her, but I'll be honest, that's sometimes the first thing I do in the morning, drink water, drink lemon water. But then really eat a carrot, start with some fiber. For me, a carrot is like the easy go-to thing, and I've just implemented it, and it works great also for my next goal, which is to improve my eyesight. So I start with a carrot, then I will eat some protein. This could be leftover tofu from last night, this could be Greek yogurt, this could be peanut butter, and for me typically it's not meat, it's not poultry or anything. So that is very typical how I start. And I will add berries to my Greek yogurt, something like that. And then I have my coffee, and only then I have my coffee. But I will have it. I will have it with, by now, almond milk. However, I will say I did not notice a spike while drinking oat milk. I just felt like, oh, okay, I get it. Oat in a plant milk base is like pastry. So basically that's what you are drinking. And almond is still a nut that is just, watered down. Yeah, I have switched my taste buds for almond milk. What I will also do is I prioritize eating vegetables or a salad for any big meal, lunch or dinner. I have the luxury, the privilege, but also it's really inside myself to always cook fresh meals, sometimes twice a day. I don't buy any pre-cooked anything. I have my veggies, I have my fresh fruits and veggies. I have everything there, and I love cooking. For me, it's my meditation, so it's not stressful. And so this is a time when I think about a coaching to prepare or how it went, and I just cut the salad, eat the salad, do that, prepare the next thing. It's my mental space. So I will have a salad. I prioritize using apple cider vinegar as the vinegar over any other acidic things. And what else do I do? I make sure I add seeds. Oh my, this is a strong wind coming in. And I just make sure I eat fiber before everything else. So whether it is just, eating a cucumber because that's all I have as a salad, or just any veggies beforehand, and then I eat the meal. The meal is really what I am craving. I'm not counting calories. I'm not looking at the sizes. I'm not making sure I eat this or that. I go with my gut, and oftentimes it's not meat, and oftentimes it's never fish. So, protein will come from different sources. It's lentils, it's chickpeas, sometimes it is poultry, sometimes it is ground beef, but it's basically a lot of veggies that I eat. I will have my piece of chocolate afterwards as the last thing that I eat. I don't have my chocolate by itself in the afternoon. I don't have a coffee by itself in the afternoon. I try to have that as a dessert and then really drink lots of water and tea, herbal tea during the day. And the other thing that I've changed is really to walk or to do something after I eat. Oh my gosh, this wind is getting stronger and stronger. And that really makes all the difference. If I don't walk afterwards, if I don't do the dog walk, then the spike is more likely to happen. And so I prioritize that, which is amazing because I have to walk my dog anyhow. Those are all the things that I've changed. I see it's 7-7 just now. Perfect. So with these simple hacks, for me as a non as a non-diabetic, as a biohacker, as just a person who loves life and who wants to lead a healthy life, these were my main hacks. Now for me, this is maybe somewhat easier as for someone else. I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, I don't have any of these cravings or desire to numb something out or to fit in or to blend in. I will have my food. And even now, as I'm traveling, I'm noticing how when I look at a bakery shop, I have no desire trying that pastel de nata from a different place or trying this or that. I look at these things and I'm like, oh wow, basically glucose spike, tiredness for the next 2 hours. It's draining me in energy. Why would I even? And it's not that I forbid myself. It's like the desire. I can see how my brain is creating new pathways to wire certain things that used to be very common, to wire them differently, where it just doesn't make any sense anymore. And this is not forced. This is, the mind body connection. I have the data, and all of a sudden, I create new pathways of thinking. And that's a huge difference. It's not a coach telling me, it's not a book telling me, it's not by wisdom, it's or by thinking itself that I'm having to make a change. It's the mind body connection leading to, in the moment, making new choices. So yesterday I saw myself walking through a new city and seeing the pastry shops and seeing the restaurants, and I was like, all right, none of these things are healthy. None of these things will help me get to my destination in the evening in a good mood and healthy and awake. I am so glad I have my Tupperware with the food from last night that I prepared, with veggies from the garden, lentils that I soaked. This is going to be the food that I eat. And I was looking at this and thinking, it's not only saving me money, but really it's the best food for my body. And let's say everything else is marketing. And I love restaurants and bakeries, and they add to the local environment and to the beauty of a place, and humans connect over it. Like, all of that is true. If there's one thing that improves relationships, it's sources of food, right? That's where we bond over cooking together, going to a restaurant, marketplaces that bring people together. So food is the core of my heart and love language. But I can make more conscious choices, and they really feel good, and I feel good doing this. And so for me, these 3 months have really helped me a lot understand many things. Also, what will lead to a glucose spike, such as stress while driving the car, having an argument with someone and feeling emotionally attacked. All these things have an influence. And while I cannot change the stress while driving in that moment, I can breathe, I become aware, but it's not about avoiding every spike. It's about noticing it, and then I can actually do the breathing. I know that I need more grounding if I'm emotionally overwhelmed, because my body, the subconscious, is showing all the signs of a spike, of this, of that. And that is very powerful to know that about you, and then to act and develop the tools that get you back into harmony, back into your most balanced self. And so I hope this helps you. I hope this inspires you. We all take differently, and this was just my experiment. Have fun trying it out for yourself.